product is explain a complex idea clearly, handle objection, and show your readers how your product can transform their lives. Then keep watching because it's sharing with you the only thing that can do all the above without getting tired or sounding used up. Hey there, one, it's Testinat Ishaq. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, I talk about copywriting, content writing, and LinkedIn strategies and tips that can help you grow your business. Today, let's talk about the better, lasting, and unforgettable way of communicating that the caveman discovered thousands years ago. Yes, it's storytelling. And what is a better way to remember someone or your brand if not for the good story they shared and how those stories make you feel? Most copy you've read probably starts with a story or another. Why? Because stories are easily remembered because no human, as far as I know, has any immunity to good stories. That must be the reason celebrities and influencers always have a story or two to tell because it keeps us reading and engaging. And that's why you should be using stories in your sales message and marketing campaigns and generally in your business because stories grab your readers' quick sliver attention, create a well-made of emotion needed to take action, boost your engagement, and push them to take action. There are three golden guidelines when it comes to using stories in copywriting. Number one, the story you are using must be relevant and relatable. If a story is relevant enough to your reader, not just your product or service or business, it would work well in boosting your returns and increasing your sales. If a story does not resonate with your readers' wants, desire, and beliefs of the world, the story will feel forced and lose its charm and purpose. This means that if you want to tell a creeping story that actually works, you have to make it as relevant and as relatable as possible. And the only way to do this is through quality research. Read everything you can on what you are writing about. Visit forums to see what your ideal clients are talking about and what they are interested in. Read relevant blogs and blog comments to see what about check out what is going on social media about your readers. The more you know about your readers, the better. In some, want your readers to be interested in anti-aging products, then you must tell them about how 80 years old grandma Lisa was mistaken for her 20 years old granddaughter Mona. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on. The second guideline is start in the middle of the action. It's always tempting to start from the boring beginning of your story, but any good story, like a great copy, need to grab the reader's attention right away. And any good story, like any good copy, must grab the attention right from the beginning. And there is an unparalleled way to do that. Start of the action. The beginning always have little action, so start in the middle of the action and explain everything else later. A good example is House of OG. They grinned when the waiter spoke to me in French, which is actually a story copy about a guy who went on a dinner, more like a dinner date to me, on a dinner date to a dinner date which is holding in a French restaurant, and they believe he can't speak in French. So that's how the story goes. The reader just wants to get right into the story, and when the curiosity about how a non-French speaker that learned to speak French within some few months without a teacher sets in, the readers wants to know French secrets. The lesson of this story is grab attention first and explain later. I'll be linking to that story in the description below. Check it out. When you start to write a story, think of how a blockbuster movie starts in the middle of the action and grab your attention right away. Then start just like that. The third golden rule of storytelling is keeping it short and sweet. Tell your story quickly and keep it action packed, short and sweet. Don't emphasize on a point or tell us the character's thoughts. Just show us their action. There are instances when you have to pick on every detail and emphasize on every sense to create mind images that have emotional impact and are very hard to forget for your readers. These instances will be the exceptions to the rule of keep it short and simple. The question now is, how do you write a gripping story? How to write an extraordinary how to write extraordinary stories for your business. The first thing you want to be doing when you want to write extraordinary stories for your business is to choose a clear central message. To keep your story relevant, you must have a central message you want the stories to pass to your readers. The central message is what you build your story around. If you are selling a book named How to Grow Riches, then your central message should be about getting rich. In a more detailed way, it should be about Miss Ella who bought herself a house and a car a month after she read your book. Number two, you want to embrace conflict with your story. You want your story to embrace conflict. Emotion is not all about sweetness every time. In order to have a satisfied and well ending, the hero in your story must face obstacles, hardship, and conflicts. Make your audience your hero. Tell them about their obstacles. Show them their fears and conflicts. Give them hope and give them a happy ending. Just like Fred from The Grinch when the waiter spoke to me in French. When Jack asked him to order something for himself and when the waiter spoke French to him. You want to show your readers the tension and drama that your hero, which is actually them, are facing before gaining the transformation your business give. The third thing you want to be doing when writing a gripping story for your business is drilling personal experience. Whether or not you are telling a real story depends solely on how you would be presenting the story. But if your story lacks the touch of reality and isn't relatable to your readers, then you might as well stop writing. That's why you must look into your life or the life of another, example your past customer, for inspirations and important experience you can craft into your story. Take the grid when the waiter spoke to me in French, for example. Most of us are just like Fred. We like to buy wherever it's a good deal, and when we can't communicate with the buyer, we find a friend who can. The number four thing you want to be doing when writing a gripping story for your business is creating intimacy. The next time you want to write a story for your promotion, just imagine yourself sitting your ideal customer by a warm fire, telling her your story. Use you often. Invite her to visualize the scene by emphasizing every possible sense. Pause at and ask, can you imagine, just like you would when telling your best friend an exciting story? And never forget to always remind your readers why the story is relevant to their life. Number five is that give your readers the grippers. Starting in the middle of the action has one gigantic advantage. It helps you grant your reader the tool they need to listen to your story from the beginning to the end. Grippers. Break your sentence and paragraph. Take a pause when they expected you to keep talking. Make your readers grip their own news in anticipation. Let them be curious and desperate to know how the story unfolds. Do this as long as you can. Hold back key details until you absolutely need them, and your readers would read to the end of your promotion without a second thought. If you were able to tell an exciting story, your readers won't even dare wait a second before taking action, because you have just built credibility by sharing the story of a past customer who profited from using your product or service. Show the readers how great your product or service is, instead of just giving them the "I want you to buy" vibe that send them away. Explain a complex idea or feature in a clear, compelling and enjoyable way that interests your reader. Clear all objections and doubts without doing so bluntly. Get your readers to picture how their lives will be transformed as a result of using your products or services. Okay, that's all about storytelling and how to write a gripping story. Until next time, bye bye.